Oregon fans, what's going on? How we doing? Welcome to another episode of the Ducks Dish podcast. In case you're new here, I'm your host, Max Torres, publisher and lead editor of Ducks Digest, covering the Oregon Ducks on Fan Nation, part of the Sports Illustrated Network. It is Saturday, November 19th. Very busy time in the football world, whether you're talking high school football, college football, NFL, whole lot of sports going on right now. It's game day for the Oregon Ducks. They will be facing the Utah Utes in their final home game of the 2022 season in Eugene at Autzen Stadium. It's a late night kick, so I decided to do a little bit of something new here with the podcast. As you guys know, I'm in Long Beach, California now to really up my recruiting coverage of this Oregon Ducks team on the recruiting trail. And one of the perks of being in Long Beach, being in Southern California, is I have the ability to go see a lot of top recruits in the area. And as we know, Oregon is hitting the Southern California area very, very hard. So I was able to make my way out to Fullerton College this week. Some of you guys might have seen some of my photos and videos over on my Twitter at mtorresports is where you can find me. Important to lock in with me there. But case in point, made my way out to Fullerton to check in on Oregon offensive line commit George Silva. He is in the midst of a playoff run with the Yellow Jackets, I believe is their mascot, or maybe it's just the Jackets, but I'm pretty sure it's the Yellow Jackets. The Fullerton College Yellow Jackets, they're 9-1 on the year, I want to say. But had the chance to stop by Fullerton and interview George, get to know a little bit of his story. I'll be honest, I didn't know too much about him at the time that he committed, but he has a really cool story that I think you guys are going to like. So without further ado, here is my full interview with 2023 Oregon offensive line commit, George Silva. All right, I'm here with George Silva at Fullerton College in Southern California. Just some easy ones, George, getting started. What's your height and weight looking like?
Right now, I'll say 6'8", 305.
Okay, 6'8", 305. So you're at Fullerton College now. Is this your hometown? Where are you from originally?
Actually, I was born in the Los Angeles County, Torres, California to be exact. But I moved to La Habra when I was like 16 years old. So you could say it's kind of like my second hometown, yeah.
Okay. And then what's kind of your football background? You're playing O-line here, but just trying to get a better feel of your, overall athletic background.
Okay, well, actually, most of my, since I was a kid, I've actually been playing basketball my whole life. So it's likely my first full year playing football. If I'm being accurate, yeah, it's my first full year playing football. But I've been playing basketball my whole life, so this is it's something new to me, really.
Okay. Yeah. Could you do me a quick favor? Would you mind doing the ski mask? It just might be a little bit easier to hear you while we're doing the interview. Okay, sorry. So let's just go back to that for a sec. So first full year playing football. Yes, more of a basketball guy?
Yes, sir. I've been playing basketball since I was a kid. All I know is basketball. It's just basketball. So it's like my first full year playing football, and I'm catching on pretty fast. If you ask anybody else, if I say so myself, I'm catching on pretty fast. I'm learning, I'm learning new things, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean you're committed to Oregon, so you must be doing something right.
yeah, that's true.
Cool.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
So how did football get onto your radar then? If you're just getting into it now.
Well, actually, I'm just athletic. I just like sports. I don't know, I like competition. So I seen the avenue to play football for 1 year. I said I'm gonna go ahead and take it, and then I came to Fullerton and walked on, and they welcomed me with open arms. So I said, no, let me go ahead and try football out, and I'm trying it out, and I actually I love it. The competition is amazing for football. So yeah.
Okay, and then as far as hoops goes, are you playing basketball here too, or are you all in on football?
I wish I can play both sports, but they're not. They don't allow that. They make you focus on one sport over here at Fullerton. But hopefully, if I go to Oregon, I get to try out for the basketball team. Hopefully, that's my dream to be able to play both sports in college.
Man, that'd be something. Yeah. Well, Eric Armstead did that a little bit. I don't know if they ever talked to you about him.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Okay, so you're focused full time on football now. What's the kind of transition been like for you? How's the season going? How's the playing O-line going?
Playing O-line, it's tough because it's the trenches. Playing in the trenches is not for the regular human being. You gotta have that toughness to play in the trenches. So it's been a crazy transition. I'm talking about the average human being can't transition from playing basketball to playing in the trenches. I'll say that. I'll just say that. the transition.
Okay, it's not for everybody, not for the faint of heart, you could say. What's your favorite part about being an offensive lineman?
I'll say just the technique wise, like if you have to have like sound technique to be able to not get embarrassed by these freaking natures on the defense. So you have to be technically sound on offense. So I'll say the technique is what is what I love the most.
Okay, and then let's talk a little bit about just your recruitment, because obviously first year playing football, not a lot of people would expect to have get on Oregon's radar. How did Oregon come about? What's your recruitment kind of been like?
Well, actually, last year I played O-line for I played O-line 3 games last year, but I didn't start. So I had an offer off of 3 games by New Mexico State, and after that, that's when every college started after I got that first offer, that's when every college started it became it just been crazy because every college started hitting me up, but nobody actually pulled the trigger except literally the only big college that pulled the trigger was Oregon. And once I seen Oregon offer, I said I had to commit. I can't just wait for another offer. So I just said, no, let me just commit right now, and I don't gotta. Why should I wait for? The coach, Coach Clem is literally the best O-line coach. So I was like, no, why would I want to wait for if I have everything at the palm of my hands, But Coach Clem actually has a similar story to me because he's African too, and his parents are from Africa too. My parents are from Africa, so we have a similar story. So I just gravitated towards him quickly. It was a quick connection that we had.
Okay, yeah, and so you said you're African.
Yes, sir.
What in particular? Which country? What's your background?
I'm Nigerian.
Okay.
Igbo tribe.
Awesome.
Yes,
all right.
Yes, sir.
So you said that Oregon was the only school that pulled the trigger with the offer. What were some of the other schools that we were talking to or expressing interest?
I'll say Miami, Michigan was asking about me. Cal, Berkeley. It was a lot of schools I can't even think about off the top. A lot of schools were it's a lot of interest, but they kind of scared to pull because it's my first year playing football, so they're kind of scared to pull that trigger. But Oregon just can't. Once Coach Clem just contacted me, he offered me right there, boom. So I said, okay, this has to be meant to be. So it was Miami, Cal, Berkeley, Hawaii, USC, Fresno, UCLA. Yeah, it's a couple schools. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. So what did it mean to you when you got that call from Coach Clem and they pulled the trigger and showed that faith in you?
Once I got that call, I was crying when I got that call. I ain't gonna lie to you because I'm at junior college. You get an offer from a school like Oregon. I just had a whole lot of tears in my eyes once he called me and gave me the offer. It was a blessing. It was a blessing for real.
Okay. And I don't want to ask too many repeats, but why was Oregon the school for you? Why did you commit to Oregon?
Well, Oregon, okay, so I didn't know much about Oregon, but when I did my research, I was like, oh, what? I was like, how could I not commit? So first I did my research, right? I seen okay, who's Coach Clem and what's he about? And I seen he won Super Bowls with Tom Brady. I was like, whoa, okay, this is a coach I know that has my best interest in that can mold me to be a beast at the next level, So that that right there, the O-line coach made me want to commit right away. Boom. And the gear that they had, the whole program was just meant for somebody like me who's at junior college, So that made me commit.
Yeah, and then they're no strangers to JUCO guys. You got TJ Bass up there, Big Sala. Mm-hmm. Have you been able to make it up to Eugene before for a visit?
I haven't been with this junior college. This it's been busy, Right now we're 9-1 about to go in the playoffs, so I've been kind of busy. I haven't had time to schedule an unofficial visit yet, but I'm trying to make time.
So you committed to Oregon sight unseen.
I just committed. I told you I did. Once I did my research, that's it. I just committed. I didn't do no more. I didn't do too much thinking. I just said, you know what? This is the right decision. I prayed on it, and boom, committed.
All right. Couple more, man. Don't want to take too much of your time, but so you kind of strike me as a pretty raw prospect, right? I feel like it's a fair assessment. That's true. It's not a slight or anything, but you're new to it. Yes, so what's the conversation been like with Oregon, with Clem, as far as what your kind of fit would be like, or where they want to use you on the O-line?
Well, he's saying that I should redshirt, But honestly, I'm a competitive person, so I'm trying to come up there and compete. I want to go over there and compete. I'm a competitor. I'm a true competitor. So if I have like, you know, if I can go over there and compete for a starting job, why not? So my plan is to go over there and compete for a starting job. But if I don't, oh well, you know, I can't be myself about it. But that's my job. That's my plan to go to Oregon, is to compete for a starting job.
Hell yeah.
Red shirting might be, you know, what they want me to do, but I want to compete for a starting job.
Oh, I'm with that. What position are you thinking? You're playing some tackle here, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm left tackle.
Okay.
Left tackle, blind side.
All right, and then as far as getting to Oregon, you know, what does that kind of look like for you as far as like signing or enrolling? I know JUCO is a little bit different.
Well, actually, I just applied. I'll say last week. So yeah. Repeat the question, my bad. Repeat the question real quick.
Sure, yeah. But when are you going to be able to actually get to Oregon and like go to school there? What's that look like?
I graduate this spring, so I can go up there like I'll say in February.
February?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so maybe in time for spring ball then?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to go over there and compete for a job right away.
Okay. And then, you know, George, maybe a lot of Oregon fans don't know a whole lot about you. What kind of player are they getting? You know, what's the biggest thing to know about George Silva?
The biggest thing they're going to know is I may be a little, you know, goofy, but I'm a true competitor. Like once that whistle blows, that's when, you know, I'm fully locked in, ready to go, take somebody's head off. So you're gonna expect a straight a JUCO dog once I get up to Oregon.